I just get so infuriated by the complete and total absurdity of our overall system in this country. People that are put into positions that drastically improve their financial position, and yet they don't do a job or they mislead in their job, but they still get paid so much money, while the average American, the average middle class American, is still today trying to recover from Biden's fiasco. Sorry, that's where it is. I'm so sick of hearing all of this white noise that all of the problems that we have today are because of this orange-haired man, Donald Trump, and that he is, he's going to implode the world and it's going to be the end of all times, and he's the devil and he's Satan and all this other crap. I am so sick of all of it when people like me, a hardworking entrepreneur who's been working for myself for 13 years, my husband who works for a corporation, an international corporation, we don't spend frivolously. We try to save as much as we can. We have a home. We're recovering from 3 devastating financial crises in our life, 2 of them medical related and 1 of them a family situation. And we cannot get ahead, but yet I see somebody like Jean-Pierre, who was an absolute abomination of a press secretary, who now is set for the rest of her life because she happened to land a position at the White House as the press secretary. And did she even go to school for journalism? I'd really like to know the answer to that question. Did she go to college? Does she have a journalism degree? What was her background? What was her experience level to land probably, besides a national anchor desk job, the most prestigious media journalism job in the United States of America, the press secretary for the President of the United States? And she was completely inept at this job. For months and months and months, I don't even know how long she was in it, but we never heard anything from her to demonstrate her skill level. It was all about her and how she looked and her photo shoots. And now, after getting on that platform and berating us and lying to us, let's not forget, she is part of this cover-up with Biden. She is an integral part of this cover-up for Biden because she was his mouthpiece. She was the press secretary. That is her job, to tell us what's going on from the President of the United States. So all of this BS that she didn't know that this man was in decline and that the wife and the son were actually running this country for months and months. And then she got on her pulpit and she actually continued to lie to the American people. Now she's flip-flopped. Now she's completely going against everything that she stood for during the time that she adamantly, with vigor and in some cases just absolutely uncouth, unprofessional mannerism at the podium of the White House of the United States of America, where the presidency is, she got on and she could barely even communicate professionally. Now she's flip-flopped. It does one thing, her flip-flop. It proves that she shouldn't have been in that job. Now, she is set for the rest of her life. She'll have speaking gigs and book deals and layouts and television appearances and all of this other garbage, when the average American who has worked harder, has more credentials, has more experience, is struggling to make ends meet. She is as culpable as the rest of them, if not more, because she was the direct mouthpiece for the President of the United States. So where was she getting her information from? Who was providing it to her? Obviously wasn't Biden. So where was she getting it? From the wife? From the son? From who? This is what makes this country the laughingstock of the world. We have this kind of absolute disgraceful conduct. This is why the average American pulls their hair out, just like me, because I sit here and I watch an incapable, unexperienced person, and now the taxpayers are going to give her a life that the majority of us can't even think about. And they're all just as culpable, and they should all be fined or prosecuted. An investigation needs to be launched because it's just not okay. The average American, we're sick of all of it. And this is a perfect example of the kind of crap that goes on in this country, where these kinds of people live extraordinary lives while the average American can't even go buy steak. Think about it.